Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series. And it looks like we've got Abzan Midrange versus Red-Green Ramp. And Ramp is in a very good position right now. I mean, he's about to take 5 more damage and go down to 10, but 4, 5, 6, one more land turns on the shrine. So 4, 5. Nope, firing off the Hedron Archive. So he's not in as good a position as I thought he was. Oath of Nissa. He reveals Dragon Lord Atarka. Unfortunately, that won't help him right now. Explosive Vegetation. Well, it's entirely possible that the Abzan deck can kill him now. Okay, he's responding with 5 mana, Secure the Wastes. Yeah, that's game. He +1 Sorin to give them all +1/+0, and boom. And the ramp deck concedes. And that's unfortunate for him. Honestly, he had a pretty good start. But it looks like, a turn 3 Anafenza followed up by Sorin, followed up by Secure the Wastes. It was just faster. It was so much more aggressive. And usually the only way to fight those kind of things are in ramp or Jotty Offshoot and maybe some red burn since he's playing red, so Radiant Flames or Kozilek's Return, those kind of things. And even the burns, they wouldn't be able to take care of Anafenza. He'd have to bust out something big, like a roast or something like that, which you don't really see in main deck ramp because they typically don't need it. So the ramp deck had to mulligan down to 6, which isn't too bad. Abzan plays Despise. Gets rid of Rattleclaw Mystic, leaves him with Conduit of Ruin, Hedron Archive, Forest, and Ulamog. So he drew a mountain, played Oath of Nissa, no, he didn't draw a mountain, he played a forest. I'm an idiot. But he revealed a Haven of the Spirit Dragon, which is good news for him. He's in a sticky spot here. He's got very limited mana, and that's never a good thing for ramp. But he did just get his 4th land, so now he can hit Hedron Archive, and he's up to 6 mana. And we know he has Conduit of Ruin and Ulamog. So he can hit Conduit of Ruin on his next turn. Infinite Obliteration. He'll probably be choosing Ulamog, unless he wants to go... No. The safer bet is to go with Ulamog. I was going to say he could hit Conduit of Ruin to try and guarantee that he'll never play Ulamog, because he is behind. But no, he goes with Oblivion Sower. Not what I was expecting. And he bricks. There were no Oblivion Sowers in that deck. Anafenza goes in for 4. Nissa's Pilgrimage. And things are actually looking good for the ramp deck now. The Abzan deck is stuck on 3 mana at the moment. He had an opportunity to get rid of a big threat, and he didn't do it. Another Hedron archive. So 2, 4, 8, 9, 10. He has enough for Ulamog now. And the Abzan deck concedes. That was a tactical error on his part. You know, you had no idea whether he even had Oblivion Sora in his deck, but you despised and saw that he had Ulamog in his hand. And that's the thing about Ramp, is they can get to the mana they need for those giant creatures. It's what this deck does. Now, I'm not saying that he would have won that game if he had gone with Ulamog on the Infinite Obliteration, but the game definitely wouldn't have ended there if he had chosen Ulamog. And Duress. Duress is a pretty good card against Ramp because a lot of their cards that they need to be able to cast their bombs are non-creature, non-lands. Anafenza on turn 3. Conduit of Ruin, Explosive Vegetation, a bunch of land, and Dragonlord Atarka. So he's throwing down Explosive Vegetation. That'll put him up to 6. Next turn he can play a land and be at 7. And that'll be enough for Atarka. Alright, Infinite Obliteration. He had Conduit of Ruin and Dragonlord Atarka in his hand. Now, he could go for Ulamog here, but at the same time, he could just go with Dragonlord Atarka since he knows that that's his bomb right now. That's what he has. And he can play it next turn. He names Conduit of Ruin. Okay. Well, that was the other creature in his hand, so you know you're going to get rid of at least one card. Okay, 2 copies of Conduit of Ruin. And attacks in with Anafenza again. Or, no, for the first time, excuse me. Takes him down to 16. And Dragonlord Atarka. She's going to nuke Anafenza. But the Abzan deck, he is not out of he's not out of this game. Or okay, I guess he is, excuse me. I was going to say, he should have plenty of options in his deck to deal with Dragonlord Atarka. You know, Abzan Charm, Murderous Cut, Stasis Snare maybe. You could go big with the board clears, but I guess he didn't want to even attempt to get through Dragonlord Atarka. And that was another thing, is he could have gotten rid of Dragonlord Atarka. He had an opportunity to do it, and he chose to go with Conduit of Ruin instead. So, you know, you live and you learn. That was Red-Green Ramp versus Abzan Midrange. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button.